Hey guys, I'm Colwen back with another Transformers video, and today I've got a 2-for-1 video. This is Transformers Combiner Wars Moonracer with Transformers War for Cybertron Siege, Netflix exclusive, Walmart exclusive, I believe, Cybertron Chromia. That was a bit of a word mix-up there, and I apologize for any confusion. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, first out, these two figures are basically the same toy. Moonracer here came out first, and then Chromia here is a heavy remold of the Moonracer vehicle. So let's go ahead and get into Moonracer here for a moment. Moonracer is a very cool figure. She is a Combiner War figure, which is why she has such a big old bulky backpack, because she has to hide away her combiner port. And what's fun about her combiner port is that it really isn't obtrusive at all. It just gives her a big bulky backpack, but like there's her wings, there's her like skirts, bonnet, something or other. You know, for some reason female Transformers having big skirt things is kind of a running thing. It's interesting. She's got this cool looking translucent chest, but like there's nothing supporting it there. Unfortunately, her shoulders here are made of translucent plastic, but they put a metal pin in there to help reinforce it, so that I really doubt that's ever going to be an issue. Still wish they'd have used, you know, actual green plastic, but it's cool. It's cool. She's got, you know, weird chunks hanging off her. This is all her vehicle mode stuff. Her chest becomes a part of the vehicle mode. Her arms and her legs get hidden away very nicely. I like that head sculpt. It is a very feminine looking face with a nice swooped back hairstyle thing going on. I like it. It's good stuff. She comes with 2 accessories. She comes with her sniper rifle kind of weapon, which she can hold normally. And she comes with her combiner mode hand. It's a big old bulky thing, and yes, you can unpeg that little panel there, make it another little weapon or maybe a shield to mount on her arm, and you can put a Prime Master or a Spark of combination in there. Let me put that back in there. It's got hinged fingers, hinged thumbs. You can put 5mm weapons in there, and since it has 2 thumbs, it can either be a left hand or a right hand. Let me go ahead and pull this out. Articulation wise, she's got a swivel at the base of her neck and a ball joint at her neck, so she can get a whole lot of good looking around poses, and she can actually have her head sticking straight forward for a flight mode, and I'll get into that later on. Ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows. That is really more for transformation, but it is kind of a worst swivel thing. She has 2 waist joints, one there and then one here underneath her skirt, both for transformation actually. She has nice double jointed knees. Look at that huge knee bend there. That is insane. She has forward ankle rockers and forward ankle swivel and ankle rockers, so you can get her in a whole bunch of really nice wide-legged crouching ninja poses and stuff. Like her skirt is weighing her back. Let me adjust that down. There we go. Look at that. That is a great pose right there. I love that. We can play with her wings a bit. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of good stuff with her. Let me get her nice and straightened up, and we'll bring in Chromia here. Now, yeah, Chromia has pretty much the same legs. She has pretty much the same arms, but they changed up her chest and they changed up her backpack quite a bit, and they, yes, removed the combiner port in there, which leaves her with a big old gaping hole in her back. But still, you know, good looking figure. I like the way they molded the chest. There's no clear plastic here anymore. Great head sculpt. She's got kind of like a nurse hat thing going on, but with a nice feminine face sculpt. Her backpack here is meant to be all bunched up, but if you want to, you can loosen things up and give her a skirt kind of thing, but then you got this big old gaping hole in the back. And unfortunately, yes, there is a lot of clear plastic in there that was just painted over on the front. You can even see that right there. All clear plastic, but lots of nice molded in detailing, and they rearranged, they redid her legs so that you can shift these quarter panel things around and up onto the sides of her legs and get them out of the way so that they don't hang on off the side so ugly. And they redid her ankles and her feet, so now she has wider range ankles and really deep ankle pin right there, so she can get into some really nice wide ninja poses also. Unfortunately, they got rid of the double jointed knee, so now she's stuck, and that's something I'll get into in a moment, stuck with just a simple 90-degree knee instead of being able to pull a full 180. And yeah, that's her waist joint now, but she can also turn at the waist down here, but there's a differently shaped port back there, and they gave her a peg port for like a flight stand. And in order to like basically lock off that joint, they gave her a new crotch plate. But the crotch plate keeps popping off, so she has a detachable crotch plate. That is just lovely. Accessories. She comes with this cool blaster gun with like a silencer add-on thing. And then these are like grenade bits, but you can add them to your gun. You need to pull the gun out of her hand for transformation. So let me show you how this is done. These two are supposed to come together like this. And oh, no, hold on. That's not how it works. This is how the combination mode works. You use these two side tabs here, and then you peg this one on the top, and then you peg it all together like this, to where now it's like she has two grenades mounted on the front of her gun, and she can fire those off, and then use that as a scope, or switch that on to add power, or I don't know, but this is how you're supposed to combine her weapon together. Their transformations are very, very similar. But before we get into transformation, let me stand these girls up straight, and we will bring in Film Noir Spider-Man. We can bring in Scourge. We can bring over Hubcap, Soda Can, and the car robot guys. First, before we get in too deep with their transformations, because I want to demonstrate some of her stuff. So let's start with the newer one. Okay, so this one is her same mold, but they stripped out all the combiner stuff. She has the waist joint. She has the universal jointed shoulders. She has an elbow swivel and an elbow hinge. And she has the same wrist articulation. And she has a simple ball jointed neck instead of the hinge and ball joint. So like, they pulled stuff out. They added things. They limited things. Like there's a huge lot of differences between these two figures. So transformation into vehicle mode. We're gonna first go into something I call her flight mode. And we're going to take these panels and swivel them around. We're going to take these feet and hinge them upwards and then peg them together. Take this back panel here, her little skirt thing, and fold out this little panel here. And then there's these two clear pegs here going to go into the back of her feet. There we go. Then take these wing panels here and lay them flat. And there we... Oh, turn this all the way around so that you're using the clear canopy of the vehicle mode as like a repulsor lift kind of thing. And there we have her in her flight mode. I'm going to slay her down over here, and we're going to get into her flight mode. Take the gun out of her hands. So her feet are going to fold upwards also, but now they're already pegged in place. You're going to take this waist joint here, spin it 180 degrees, spin it 90 degrees around. Yeah, 180 will be completely around. I think, I don't know. We'll and then peg that into the back of her feet. I will turn it around like that, straighten out her wings, and then let's pull out the combiner port here. There we go. And now we have them both in their flight modes, which I don't think exists anywhere except for in my own imagination, but I think they're cool. Now, just so I get a chance to show her off in flight mode compared to other figures a little bit, I'm going to borrow a hand-foot gun. Oh, no, that won't work at all for her, will it? No. Alright, I need to borrow a proper power combiner foot. There we go. Now let's bring in Film Noir Spider-Man real quick and Soda Can. So, like, ignoring the foot thing, you can see that that flight mode gives us some pretty interesting height difference to her standard robot mode. I just like the way it looks. Let me go ahead and finish transforming Chromia here. You're going to take the head and you got to flip the head backwards into everything. Now, if you want, you can take the head and turn it facing around 180. Oh, don't do that actually, because her front of her crest jams up inside there and it makes it hard to get her head in there all the way. Okay, just leave it like that. Take her arms and swing them backwards like this, and then close up those wings around the side of her torso. And then you got this little slot here and this little tab there. We're going to hook those together, and then there we go. We can take her weapon, take these little pods off, and we can not mount them there, unfortunately. They have to go here. Okay, they have to go back here on the side of her arms. And then we're going to take the gun and stick it right here in the middle of her chest. And there we have her in her Cybertronian racer mode. She's got the clear plastic canopy, all the molded in tech detailing and vents and stuff. Cool looking stuff. And her whole chest is just right there. You look underneath, there's visible head, visible legs, everything's there. But she's Cybertronian. They get away with doing that. Let's go ahead and put her there. Now, let's come back to Moonracer. We're going to take her whole torso here and fold it forward on that hinge and use that to fold her head back into place. Take the arms here and swing them around on their ball joints and straighten out the arms. Close up the side of the chest, the side of the backpack, and then this little tab here is going to slot into her arm, side of her shoulder there. And just like on Chromia, we're going to tab in these arm panels. Well, on Chromia, there was a slot and a tab. On this one, there's a tab on the arm and a slot in the shoulder. And then slide in the combiner peg. And there we have her in her own sleeked out racer mode. You can see that they added a whole lot of molded in detail with this one, and they really reshaped the canopy and did a whole bunch of differences between the two. And like underneath, yeah, they pulled out the combiner peg completely on the Netflix Siege of Cybertron one. Here is Film Noir Spider-Man. We got Soda Can, Hubcap, and Scourge. I'm sorry there, Mona. And we have the Carbot guys. Before I get out of here, I want to show off the various combiner modes with this thing. Now, one, I kind of want to try. Let's bring out this one. I think this would be a great combiner mode leg. Unfortunately, I think it would only work if I got two of her, or in one of the other of the same color. I mean, of a different color. But the this is actually meant to be the arm. You turn that down, and then that becomes the arm. You open this panel, and now the arm has a nice elbow going on. And here's some like side armor thing. And then that's when that part comes in handy. The other waist joint, and then that becomes her combiner mode arm, and you can use that with her original hands. So that's cool looking. But this is actually the you using the double jointed knees, you bring the entire front section of the car over, and then you peg it into the back of her thighs. Like that. You see that there? And then this here gets folded out. You straighten things around a little bit. And then you take the foot. And that combines on. And that's supposed to be her combiner leg mode. Which one should you get? Which one do you want? Do you want a cool looking female combiner figure that, you know, has different modes because, you know, she's got the robot mode, the vehicle mode, and an arm or a leg mode? Or do you want a straightforward transformer where it's vehicle mode, robot mode, vehicle mode, robot mode? I like having both. I like having the strict vehicle to robot, and I like having an option for combining. Now, they did do this one, and I want to say red, orange, and another color. I really want to get a hold of another one of these so that I can have them in long leg mode. They're both fun figures. Go pick one up. The Netflix one might be easier to get a hold of. I don't know. I didn't check prices or anything like that on eBay. But I've been Colwen. This has been Power of the Primes. Power of the Primes, combining Moonracer, and War for Cybertron Siege Netflix version Chromia. Thank you for watching.